How's it going, guys? Been quite a while since I made a video here, but figured I'd do a little video today on fixing a fender for my 67 Camaro here. I'll probably do another video soon, just kind of talking about what's been going on, some of the stuff I got going on, other than what we got going on here today. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to be doing is working on this here fender. So this is an original 67 fender that I purchased. I got two of them, front and driver's side. But as you can see, this down here needs some work for sure. Somebody had filled this in with fiberglass here and here. This is also a hole, just all in here. And then as you come around, same thing here, 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 and then, you know, it looks like it's a 68 fender, but it's actually a 67. Somebody had made this into a 68. But I'm going to go ahead and switch that back, and I'm just going to take you guys through how I'm going to do this. So some people might do this a little bit differently, but this is an original fender, and I'm going to do this the way that I think is best. And whether or not you guys agree, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to start, I actually have this aftermarket 67 fender here. I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit, and I'm going to cut this section off here and go ahead and graft that into the other fender. So let's go ahead, get this cut off, and get going. All right, so you can see right here I have the lower section cut out. This is off of that new fender I just cut. I did take the bracing out of the back of it, and this is an aftermarket fender. You can actually see the rust already starting. This was brand new. They don't coat behind that, so if you are using aftermarket fenders, not only do they not fit great, but you need to address things like this so you don't run into problems down the road. I did cut this a little bit bigger than I needed. I'm going to end up cutting along here and sectioning it. And I want to leave this alone, this edge, because it does fit the car better than the aftermarket. You can kind of look and see. I don't know if you're going to catch it on camera, but you can almost see that one, the original, bumps out a little bit compared to this. So what I'm going to do is I'll end up cutting it in here and then going from there. But for right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is trim this out and then, you know, start to make our patch panel from there. All right, so here you can see I got this area cut out. There's a little bit left here. This is actually just straight up fiberglass on the brace. I'm going to go ahead and clean that out, and then we'll go ahead and start fitting our new panel. All right, so as you guys just saw, I went ahead, cut that out, sprayed that with some rust encapsulator so that it's going to go ahead and dry up and take care of the rust that's sitting there on that brace. Now I'm going to give that a few minutes to settle up, and then we'll go ahead and get the new piece here fitted in. You saw I did clean this up a little bit more. Just took probably not the best way to do it, but I took a Dremel and went around the edges and just get off any of the little pieces of metal that were hanging on there from when I cut it, and then just used a grinder to clean up the rusty metal where it was. So like I said, give that a couple minutes to harden up, or dry up I should say, and then we'll go ahead and get this finished up. All right, well, while that's drying over there, I'm going to go ahead and trace my patch panel out onto this. So this is the new piece that I have here. This is the old one. You can see I have it just laying in here. This was all full of filler and screws and whatnot. So, and all this metal here was so pitted, it just didn't make sense in my mind to go ahead and try to save it. I'd rather just cut it all out and be done with it. So what I'm going to do here is put this on here, and then I'm going to just take a Sharpie, go ahead and trace it, and then cut that down and get it ready to fit. So you guys can kind of see there, I have my outline. It's really not the greatest, kind of tough to see on the camera, but it's just a rough estimate. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is cut this down a little bit on the inside of that Sharpie so that I can make sure that my piece is going to be able to fit in there. And if it's a little small, it's not a big deal. I'll just be able to fill in the weld. But for now, I'm going to go ahead, cut this down, and get moving. So as you can see, kind of just got this laid up in here. Let's see. Looks like it might fit. Yeah, I'm going to play with this a little bit, but basically it looks like this is going to fit up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is clean up the back of this, sand and paint that little spot where there's the rust there, and then prep this to weld it in. All right, so I went ahead and roughly fit this in. You can see, doesn't look like there's too bad of a gap. Be able to fill it in, not too bad with the welder. Just got a couple clamps in there. I'll go ahead and tack it in place and then start working my way around, moving the clamps as I go. I'm just trying to get it as even as I can. This aftermarket metal is not as thick as the original, so it is what it is. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to get it definitely better than the way it was patched before. All right, so as you guys saw, I went ahead and got that tacked in. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up here so I show you what we got going on, and then we'll get it tacked in, or welded in the rest of the way. So here you can see I got it fitted. I just tacked it every once in a while, trying to get the metal as straight as I can. Obviously, it's going to need body work when I'm done, but I'm pretty happy with the fit up that it has so far. I'll go ahead, get this blazed the rest of the way in, and then catch back up. All right, guys, so as you just saw, I got that all welded in. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and grind that down. When you're doing stuff like this, you want to take your time welding it and use compressed air if you can, just to keep this cooler. That way you're not warping the metal too much with the heat. But at the same time, I like to burn this in a little hot. I'm obviously not an expert welder here. But if you look, you can see I got good penetration all the way through. I'll show it a little bit better later, but I'm glad that it's like that, because once I go ahead and grind this all down, I can also do the inside and make it look a lot more presentable. So I'm going to go ahead, get this ground down, and go from there. All right, guys, so as you can see, I kind of got that ground down. Looks a lot better. It's not perfect. There's still a little bit of grinding and welding I got to do. You can kind of see like there's no pinholes really, but like that go all the way through, but some areas where I could add some more weld, a little bit more grinding down here. But overall, that's looking pretty good. Definitely, I'm a lot happier with that than with a bunch of fiberglass in the fender. Still got to fix up here up front. I'm going to fill that back in, but that'll probably end up being a different video. That's going to be it for the night. Actually got to do a little bit more grinding here too. I could feel it. But I'll show you the back of the fender real quick, and then that'll be pretty much it. All right, so right here is the inside of the fender. You can see where the patch is. Goes behind here. I didn't grind this all the way down. It's getting close. You really don't even have to. It's really up to you. Nobody's ever going to see this. But all I'm going to do, I'll grind it down a little bit more. I'll end up seam sealing it in here, and then just painting it, making sure it's not going to rust. But that's a solid patch, not going anywhere. Definitely a lot better than what was there before. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, got the fender almost there. Still got to body work it. Maybe beat around with a hammer a little bit. Get the rest of the way to where it needs to be. But if you guys want to see any more on this fender, let me know. If you want to see more of the car, let me know. So, I don't know if I said this, but this is my 67 Camaro here. It's got a LQ9. It's like a truck LS motor with cam, heads, nothing too crazy. It's bigger injectors. I think it's related for the motor. It's got a mildly built 4L80E in it. It's a fun car, you know. I was driving it for a little bit, and I took it off the road because I cracked a piston in the first motor. I swapped the motor out, new motor's in, put the built trans in at the same time just because I was there. And then I had brand new AMD fenders on it, and they fit, but they weren't great. So while I had the car down, I decided to go ahead and find myself a set of factory fenders for a little bit better fit. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. There's not a whole lot left to do with this. I got to do the other fender, and then I actually have the doors off because I'm going to respray it. When I was spraying it the first time, the doors came out good, the front end came out good, deck lid came out good, but the body, of course, while I was getting ready to spray, I had an issue where my regulator broke, and it just didn't come out good. It's a little bit textured in the quarters, so gonna end up sanding that back down. If you guys want to see that too, let me know. I'll take a video. Not an expert painter, not an expert welder, bodyman, anything like that. I don't do this for a living, but do a good enough job that I'm happy with the results. So like I said, that's gonna be it. If you want to see more of this, let me know. I've got another project coming up. It's a 70 or 71 Nova with a big block 454 T56. That's going to be getting a lot of work done. I'm probably going to do a full video series on that is the thought. Still have the 50 Chevy, if you've seen the other videos I've uploaded, with the Cummins in it. That I drive time to time, not a whole ton. Still not technically finished. I don't know if any project's ever technically finished, but it is drivable. It is on the road, and it is fun. Maybe I'll throw a picture up real quick just so you guys can see that. Maybe the Nova as well. Got some other projects too, 71 Camaro, some other things. But like I said, that's going to be it for this video. I could go on for a lot longer, but anyway, take it easy. Any questions, comments, anything like that, leave in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe, whatever you want. I'm going to try to start posting here more frequently. So that's going to be it. Thanks.